Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock, the lesson is about to get started. In case you're new with this, there's a few things I'd like to show you to help you throughout the lesson. These lessons are always guided and shaped by your questions, and if you're live with us today, there's a couple different ways you can do that. One is in the public live chat, and the other is the Ask Jamin a Question button, where you can ask me a question privately, and I won't share your identity in case you're afraid that your question is stupid. But it's not. If you're in the archives, though, then just open up the survey. At the end of that, there's a place where you can ask your question. I will say I frequently get questions from students in the archives watching a lesson from 6 months ago, and I have no idea what they're talking about. So please try to be as specific as possible. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The PDF will often have additional video links inside so you can get more in-depth instruction on each of the topics. And if you're the kind of person who likes to print out the PDF so you can make the same notes on your physical version as I'm making during the lesson, now would be the time to do that. The MP3 is just a play-along track so you can practice more after the lesson. In traditional lessons, a teacher is going to actually present some new concept for maybe 5 or 10 minutes every couple weeks. The rest of the time is going to be spent applying and refining those concepts. Well, here I'm spouting off hours of new information every week, so it's totally unreasonable to expect you to actually absorb all of that. Instead, the goal of these live lessons is for you to find some little nugget of something that makes sense, but is a bit of a challenge, and for you to go practice it, because practice is where all the improvement's gonna happen. So don't feel bad if you have to leave the live lesson and you find that little thing that you're gonna practice. And of course, if I'm going too fast, you can always rewind the live lessons or replay in the archives as much as you want. If these live lessons start feeling random or meandering, it's because they are, on purpose. So if you're the kind of person who wants classical training with a step-by-step method, then you're going to want to check out Kloppel Academy on the website. It's included in your live lesson subscription, so you can do both or either. And the upper levels are seriously hard work, but it's going to take you all the way from ground zero, all the way up to being ready to enter any major music college as a piano major in classical or jazz. And finally, it's most people's favorite. This is application, where we take the past concepts from other live lessons and we see how they apply to an actual, real song that already exists. And since there's like 1,000 different ways to play any song, you're just going to work on the version that is appropriate for your level. So that might just mean playing one note at a time for right now. Or maybe you're working on chords or covering the full song. Or maybe you're just seeing how the song breaks down so you can better write and transcribe your own songs in the future. But whatever your level is, the goal is not this song. So even if you don't play the whole entire song, you'll get better by even attempting a little bit of it, and attempt it we shall. Welcome back to LearnPianoLive.com. I am excited about today's song. By the way, my name is Jamin, and this is Jazzy James and the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? I have finals next week.
You have finals next week?
I do, on like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Why do you have finals? The
Man.
year just started.
Well,
Yeah,
I have block
that's what I'm
schedule. So it's like where midterms would normally be, I have finals.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I had midterms a few weeks ago.
That stinks. That brings
Yeah.
back all kinds of horrible memories.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
have to
Good
study a
luck
lot for
up
math.
there.
Thank you.
Man.
It's going to be over this week, so I'm happy
Okay.
about that.
But you have no school tomorrow. 4-day
That's
weekend.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not think about
Yeah.
it. All right,
Good,
let's
good.
think about our song.
I agree.
We're gonna do "When I See Your Face" is a really cool song, and yeah, we'll just jump into it. I'm gonna play it first for you, along with the track, and then we'll get into all the stuff that makes this song cool. Here we go. I guess we don't need the synth here. We'll have to test that out next time. 'Cause you're a man. So that's some of the notes. I think it's going to be pretty repetitive. So this might be a great one if this is your first song that you ever worked on with us. This might be a great place to start because even though there's a lot of ink on the page and it looks really threatening, it's super repetitive. So you should be able to get through this one easier than most. First thing we need is a C, and I highly recommend saying the words out loud as you go. We're going to find a C by taking any group of 2 black notes like that and just dragging the lower one down. And when I say lower, I mean to the left. So the leftmost of a group of 2, drag it down, you land on a C every single time. It doesn't really matter which C you start on, so you could do like I did at the beginning and start up here, starting on that C right there. But we're just going to play 2 of those and say, when I. Then we're going to move up from there, and we're going to go up because you can see here from that C to the F is actually moving up. So we're going to move to the right from C, past D, past E, up to F. And that is the word see, when I see. Then we're going to go up 1 note to a G. Then we're going to go up 1 note past the G, which is not an H, it is an A. So we're going to say, when I see your thing. So let me show you the rest of those notes from there. By the way, these like swoopy lines right here, those are called ties, and those are supposed to tie the 2 notes together that it's pointing at. So these 2 notes right here are actually just one big A. There's not 2 notes there. Similarly here, these 2 Fs get tied together, so that's just one big F right there. So we've got there's not a thing that goes back to G. I goes back to F, and there's only one of them, even though it looks like there's 2. Would is a G, and then F is changed. So just like if your previous assignment was to go through that first half of that, this thing right here following up, there's not a thing that I would change. That might be a great assignment for you to just get that first line down, because that exact same line is going to come back right here. So that's pretty much the exact same notes and the exact same rhythms right there. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. It's pretty much the same thing as when I see your face. There's not a thing that I would change. Then, because you're amazing just the way you are, these notes are literally, you don't even have to practice those because those are literally the exact same thing as these ones here. So we're about to learn those. Cause your is 2 Fs. By the way, this F right here, it looks like there's supposed to be an F right there, but you notice this sneaky little guy right here, that means that he's still tied over from the note before. So that one is connected to change. So this first F right here is still a part of change. So the first F that we actually have on this line that we're gonna play is cause you're a may. Again, those 2 are tied together. Zing. And then up to a B flat. So this would be a B. This is the note that's slightly lower than B. That one right there is called B flat, and that's what we're gonna play for just the way you are. That's all of the notes. Let's try that with the track. And if this is your first song, again, probably pause the video right now and just practice that thing right there. But if you think you can get some of the notes, then cool. Play what you can. Don't worry about the rest. And a 2. And a 1, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, stops and stares for a while, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Okay, that's the whole thing. With a little bit of practice, I think you could get at least most of that.
Hey, Jamin, it's time for the feature of the day, which is the question of the day.
I love you, James. The question of today is, what lessons are you most excited about? So we've got a lot of questions recently because we're working so hard on expanding the Musipedia as quickly as possible. I want to make sure we hit first the things that you are most excited about. So we've got the guitar course that's coming up that is probably 2/3 of the way done, and the ukulele course. And next up on the list is the bass course, as well as finishing off the some of the beginner stuff. But I wanted to know from you, especially the paying subscribers, what are the lessons that you're most excited about that we've already talked about, or ones that we haven't talked about that you're just like, man, how long until he's going to teach this thing? Let me know what it is, and we can stick that at the top of the list to make sure your lessons get done first, because there's something like 170 or 180 lessons that are all in the queue right now. So we're just grinding through those as quick as we can, trying to make them as great as possible, but get them to you as fast as possible. Yes? Are you about to vote for something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, but no.
Okay.
So my mom and I learned one of the ukulele tutorials.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. It was the
like
Seussical musical one. The one
Yes.
tailed one
Yes,
feathered
right,
one.
yeah.
It
So
was so much fun.
There's a theater group around here called EDMT, and so they're doing that performance, but they didn't have anyone to like play ukulele for it. So I'm like, I'll show your actors how to do that. So that's why, if that seemed like a really random song for me to throw up on the internet, that's why that one exists. It's for EDMT to use, and I guess they're going to be using that when they perform at the Harris Center soon. So anyway, cool. And do you have a different vote too of another lesson that you're excited about, or just anything?
There's one that would be kind of cool. Just throwing this out there.
Hit me.
A beatboxing lesson.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that's going to be lower down on the list. But I appreciate your vote. I will definitely put your vote in. You know what? That will come before any of them ones that have 0 votes. Absolutely.
I'm excited for, okay, so I really want to do bass, but I don't have a bass, so I will probably.
You can do it on guitar.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
and
So
just
I'll
see
do
if you
that.
like
That would
the
be
stuff.
cool.
It's really a different way of looking at the music. So it's not like guitar but lower. It's like just a whole other way of thinking about music. So then you can like try out the lessons on a regular guitar. If you like it, then just throw a bass guitar in your hands, and then it's very, very similar, except it sounds way cooler. So all right, cool. Let's get back to our song after this short break. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.